Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to discuss MCQs on International Finance Part 3. Please subscribe the channel. Subscription is free. For Part 1 and 2, you may click I button. Question number 1. The foreign exchange market, the dash of one country is traded for the dash of another country. Option A, currency. Option B, currency, financial instruments. Option C, currency, goods. Option D, currency, goods. The correct answer is currency. In the foreign exchange market, the currency of one country is traded for the currency of another country. Question number 2. By definition, currency appreciation occurs when A. The value of all the currencies fall relative to gold. B. The value of all currencies rise relative to gold. C. The value of one currency rises relative to another currency. D. The value of one currency falls relative to other currency. The correct answer is C. The value of one currency rises relative to other currency is called currency appreciation. Question number 3. If purchasing power parity were to hold even in the short run, then A. The exchange rate should tend to decrease over time. B. Quoted nominal exchange rates should be stable over time. C. Real exchange rate should tend to increase over time. D. Real exchange rate should be stable over time. So there are various theories of foreign exchange. So one of the important theory, purchasing power parity theory. The answer is the purchasing power parity were hold even in the short run when D. The real exchange rate should be stable over the time. Question number 4. The date of settlement for a foreign exchange transaction is referred to as A. Clearing date, B. Swap date, C. Maturity date, D. Value rate. The correct answer is D. Value date. Question number 5. According to the purchasing power parity theory, A. The exchange rate between two national currencies will adjust daily to reflect the price level differences in the two countries. B. In the long run, inflation rates in the different countries will equalize around the world. C. In the long run, the exchange rates between two national currencies will reflect the price level differences in the two countries. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. According to purchasing power parity theory, in the long run, the exchange rates between two national currencies will reflect price level differences in the two countries. The main theme of purchasing power parity theory is that whatever the difference exists between the exchange rate, that is because of differences in the inflation rates and government interventions. Question number 6. Hedging is used by companies to A. Decrease the variability of tax paid. B. Decrease the spread between spot and forward market quotes. C. Increase the variability of expected cash flows. D. Decrease the variability of expected cash flows. The correct answer is D. Hedging is used by companies to decrease the variability of expected cash flows. Question number 7. Which of the following is not a type of foreign exchange exposure? A. Tax exposure. B. Translation exposure. C. Transaction exposure. D. Balance sheet exposure. The correct answer is A. Tax exposure. So tax exposure is not a type of foreign exchange exposure. Other three are foreign exchange exposures. Question number 8. Which of the method below may be viewed as a most effective in protecting against economic exposure? A. Futures market hedging. B. Forward contract hedging. C. Geographical diversification. D. Money market hedging. The correct answer is C. Geographical diversification. Question number 9. When an enterprise has an unhedged receivable or payable denominated in a foreign currency and settlement of a obligation has not yet taken place, that the firm is said to have A. Tax exposure, B. Operating exposure, C. Infinite exposure, D. Transaction exposure. The correct answer is transaction exposure. Transaction exposure is where the transaction is taking place between the two countries and there is a risk that change in the exchange rate as having its impact on the businessman. Question number 10. If one anticipates that the pound sterling is going to appreciate against the US dollar, one might speculate by dash dash pound call options or dash dash pound put options. A. Buying buying, B. Selling buying, C. Selling selling, D. Buying selling. The correct answer is D. Buying selling. If one anticipates that the pound sterling is going to appreciate against the US dollar, one might speculate by buying pound call option or selling pound put option. Question number 11. The potential for an increase or decrease in the parent's net worth and reported net income caused by a change in the exchange rate since the last consolidation of international operation is a reflection of A. Transaction exposure, B. Exchange rate exposure, C. Strategic exposure, D. Economic exposure. The correct answer is translation exposure. When one subsidy is with another company, it has parent company has to consolidate the balance sheet. So this is the translation exposure. Question number 12. The impact of foreign exchange rate on firm is called as A. Operating exposure, B. Transaction exposure, C. Translation exposure, D. Business risk. The correct answer is operating exposure. The impact of foreign exchange rate on firm is called as operating exposure. Question number 13. The difference between the value of a call option and put option with the same exercise price is due primarily to A. The greater liquidity of call options, B. The use of continuous as opposed to discrete discounting, C. The differential between the current stock price and the exercise price in present value terms, D. The effect of dividends on the two securities. The correct answer is C. The differential between the current stock price and the exercise price present value terms. Question number 14. Forward premium differential depends upon A. Currencies fluctuation, B. Interest rate differential between two countries, C. Demand and supply of two currencies, D. Stock market returns. The correct answer is interest rate differential between two countries. Forward premium differential depends upon interest rate differential between two countries. Question number 15. Counterparty risk is A. The risk of loss when exchange rate changes during the period of financial contract. B. Based on the national amount of the contract. Based on the notional amount of the contract. C. The risk of loss if the other party to a financial contract fails to honor its obligations. D. Present only when the exchange traded options. The correct answer is C. The counterparty risk is the risk of loss if the other party to a financial contract fails to honor its obligations. Question number 16. Interest rate swaps are usually possible because international financial market in differential countries are A. Efficient, B. Perfect, C. Imperfect, D. Both A and B. The correct answer is C. Imperfect. Interest rate swaps are usually possible because of international financial market in different countries are imperfect. Question number 17. Exchange rates A. Are always fixed, B. Fluctuate to equate the quantity of a foreign exchange demanded with the quantity supplied, C. Fluctuate to equate the imports and exports, D. Fluctuate to equate the rates of interest in various countries. The correct answer is B. The exchange rates fluctuate to equate the quantity of foreign exchange demanded with the quantity of foreign exchange supplied. The foreign exchange depends upon quantity of currency demanded with the quantity of currency supplied. Question number 18. An arbitrator in foreign exchange is a person who A. Earns illegal profit by manipulating foreign exchange, B. Causes differences in exchange rates in different geographical markets, C. Simultaneously buys a large amount of currency in one market and sell it in another market, D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Simultaneously buys in a large amount of currency in one market and sells it to another market is called arbitrator in foreign exchange market. Question number 19. A speculator in foreign exchange is a person who A. Buys foreign currency hoping to profit by selling it at higher exchange rate at some later date, B. Earns illegal profit by manipulating foreign exchange, C. Causes differences in exchange rates in different geographical markets, D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. A speculator in foreign exchange is a person who buys foreign currency hoping to profit by selling it at a higher exchange rate at some later date. Last question. The purchasing power parity theory is a good predictor of A. All of the following. B. The long run tendencies between changes in the price level and the exchange rate of two countries. C. Interest rate differential between two countries when there are strong barriers prevailing trade between the two countries. D. Either B or C. The correct answer is B. The purchasing power parity theory is a good predictor of the long run tendencies between changes in the price level and the exchange rates of two countries. Please subscribe the channel. Subscription is free, and if you interested to know the MCQs on international finance part 1 and 2, go to the I button. Thank you.